Hi team, this is another video on Snowflake. The subject of today is native data quality in Snowflake and data metrics functions. And the second part, which is more important because I will use a custom framework for the data quality. It could be deployed as a native application in Snowflake. For the first part, I will just cover it by slide because it is a trial account. I don't have the opportunity to go uh, to the end with the prerequisites. But for the second part, I will cover that totally because it is fully customized. So let's start. Here we have the native Snowflake metric functions. To measure data quality natively, we can add the data metric function to a table or view. Function can be system defined or user defined. We specify the schedule. It is the frequency we want the metric function to be evaluated, and we check the result in the event table. So at the end, we can configure alerts that send notification based on criteria we provide. So availability, it is Enterprise Edition or higher, and unfortunately, it is not available in Snowflake trial accounts. Here we have system-defined data metric functions, freshness, data metric schedule time, null count, duplicate count, unique count, row count. This is the first set of function covered till now by Snowflake, but I think in the roadmap, there is a lot of out-of-the-box function that will be developed. Here, the deployment data metric function workflow. We set up the Snowflake environment. We create a data quality role. We need to grant a database role and the application role, and also the privilege to execute data metric function. We schedule the data metric function to execute on table. Here in this example, it is sales table every 5 minutes or interval that you want. Add the data metric function to a column in a table. It could be a system or user defined. And finally, we check the result in the event table with these columns. Here for our example, we have sales ID should be primary key. So here we have duplicated. Customer ID should be numeric. Here we have alphanumeric and should not be null. So this is the check. So the first step, we schedule the data metric function on the sales table each 5 minutes. Then we alter table to add the metric function, duplicate count on the sales ID column of the sales table, add the null count data metric function to customer ID, and check the result after 5 minutes. And the result, as you can see here, for the sales ID, we have metric name and the result here for the value. We can also have the data metric function fully customized to a custom function. Here we create another custom function to try to convert the customer ID to a number because we have some issues. And as the system defined function, we just to alter the table to add the custom function to the required column and check the result after n minutes. Here we see that the customized non-numeric customer ID function as a result here in the screenshot. We have also the ability to change the schedule based on the data changes via data manipulation language. So if we have some insert, update, delete, we can execute immediately after the command the data quality check process. So here we need first to unset the schedule and then update the schedule based on the trigger on changes. For the test, we have an insert data values. Here for this customer ID, it is not numeric, and we will see that the custom function here we have it was 2, it will be 3 after this insert. We can also view some metadata on metric function as show parameter or information schema data metric functionality reference. And finally, here we can truncate the result, just to clean the monitoring result using Snowflake data quality monitoring admin role. So this is the out of the box, and unfortunately, I don't have a full account. I have only a trail account, so it is a limitation for me. On the other side, here we can also create alerting depending on business thresholds. On the other side, I try to create this application, and I am proud to provide this model. So we have a data quality framework which is fully customized. It will be deployed as Snowflake native application. We have manual input or file uploader with the data quality metadata, and we have also a domain reference list of values to be checked against the logic of the data quality rules. And we have a metadata, which is the core of the metadata rules. It is a table that should be validated against the Snowflake dictionary. And if there is any issue, we need to iterate to adjust the metadata. From these metadata, we generate some query using some Snowflake JavaScript procedure to generate the query, to execute summary results, and to execute also detailed results. And we consume all using Streamlit application. So here, for the data quality, here the metadata displayed, we have a sidebar menu. Here we will see deeply in the demo. We have some filter just to put the focus on some tables, on some specific rules. Here we have the domain I am using for this demo, only one domain. It is a department code, but instead of having many tables like type of product, category of product, type of employer, and we can have only one core table that contain all these domain, and we can do some enhancement also to add the language if we need, and it will be our single point of truth. Then the generated query, we have two types. We have the summary and the details. The summary, it is a number, and the details, it will be the dirty data with the primary key value. Here we have the opportunity for the summary results, and here for the detailed results. For example, here for the rule not null, it is the table employee, and the column, it is last name, and the dirty data, it is employer ID 102. Here we have a dashboard. We'll see that in the demo. Here we have the possibility also to update the data with this data editor from Streamlit. So if we need to add a new rule or to drop or adjust, update one rule, it is possible via Streamlit to do that via the data editor. And finally, we have the dirty data by table, just to clean and iterate to measure the quality. So let's go to the demo. So here it is a Streamlit application. To start the server. So here we have our application. Just to zoom, it is okay. We have the metadata, we have the rules, the type, the database, the schema, the table, the columns. If it is the reference integrity, we will have the reference schema. If it is, for example, a template, here for the email, we have the template according to check. And if it is related to domain or list of value, we have also the domain table. So we, on the sidebar, we have this menu. Just we can check, for example, only for employee table, run the query, is filtered only employee, and we can add additional filter, maybe not null. We'll see this is just to filter the content. Here for the data quality list of value reference, I have only this table to do the test. Here we have the generated query. This is the summary one, and this is the detail one, and this is the summary result. So let's truncate and generate the query. Now it could take maybe 20 seconds for that. And here we have the generated query. These queries will be generated based on the metadata table. We have the summary result. So for not null, we have 3 for last name. If I can see here for last name, I have 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is for first name, I have 1 because I have a data quality. For first name, I have 1, and for list of value, I have 1, and for template, I have 1. As you can see here, here we have for the issue for the email, we have the duplicate here, and we have also the template. It is not correct. And for the foreign key, this key is offline, so there is no there is a mismatch between the department table. Here we don't have. And for the department table, we have the department name, and the department code is not matching the domain of list of value. So here we see that the summary table, and for the detailed result, here we have the rule and the column, the table and the primary key and the value of the primary key. It is, we will see, because it is for the centralized table, and we can here for the dirty data, we have by table all the dirty data that you can see, and you can update just to have clean data, and you iterate. Here we have the possibility just to add business rules or to change some rules here. So, and if you want to upload massively CSV or Excel files, it is possible. And here we can just regenerate, truncate and regenerate the results. And generate the detail also. And we can see here the dashboard. So in our case, we have one database. It could be more, one schema. We have two tables. We have 6 columns, and we have 11 errors. So here we have a chart with error and rule type, and here with table name and errors, and here the repartition of by table and by business rules. And finally, we have here the dirty data by table. So it is a good application from scratch, and it is easy. You only need your metadata, and you have some sort of procedure just to generate the code and then execute the code. And it could be if the query is more and more complex, it could be used as is. We can just develop the query and put the query with the type custom, and we can have a centralized data framework. I try to deploy that as a native application, and I will give you some feedback. So if you need any help or any support, please contact me, and it is a pleasure for me to share with you my knowledge. Thank you very much for watching, and hope that this will help. Thank you very much.